Good morning guys, happy Chinese New Year or happy Lunar New Year for those who are not Chinese. So today is really the first day of Lunar New Year, and so basically what happens is, other than Japan, most of Asia is shut down for holidays. So I took leave today as well to work on my motorcycle, and I wanted to share with you guys something that I have tried to that I've bought and have started installing on the motorcycle. The thing that I bought is this. Let me just very quickly show you. Yep, I hope you can see it. It's basically what they call a knuckle guard, and I've done this because I think that the neoprene meats, they work very well, but it kind of hinders the operations of the motorcycle. And as you know, for the NC750X, you really want to, give me a second, you really want to be able to access to all of these buttons easily. So with the meats, I can essentially only access the grip heaters, the signal, the horn, and the rest is really difficult to access at all. So you can't change the gears, and it kind of take the fun out of the NC750X a little bit. And another reason why I wanted to try out these knuckle guards is because I've grown so accustomed to using the kind of the throttle control, the plastic flap that I have here. So with the meats, I can't really have it because it really have very little space inside, so I have to remove it. And no, it's not a big issue, but my hands, they get numb from holding on to the throttle open for a very long time. So with that, I decided to try these things because I would then be able to firstly access the buttons easily, but also have the throttle control. So I've installed one of these. It's not that difficult to install, but I just wanted to show you guys how to do it. So the first thing that you want to do is to remove your mirrors. So you do this, you just pop up the rubber gasket or the rubber flap, and then you need to remove these nuts. So it's a little bit tricky because the nut here, the top nut, is kind of like a lock nut, so you have to do a reverse thread. So rather than normally you open it this way, probably have to open it reverse thread to get it open, right? So I don't have that many hands, so I will just try to remove and show you guys whenever I have the chance. Okay, alright, so I have already untightened the nut here at the top. So the direction, in case you are wondering, so for the right hand, it's going to be this way. Alright, so you need to untighten the nut at the top. Okay, so once you have done that, give me a second. So once you have done that, then you'll be able to unlock the nut here. Yep. And now, after a lot of persuasion, I have managed to remove the nut at the bottom as well. So this is how it looks like. So you just want to slowly work your way through it to remove the bottom nut. Okay, and once that is done, you'll remove the whole thing. Yep, and this is how it looks like once you have removed it. Okay, then the next thing you want to do is to start to position the knuckle guard. So what you want to do is to do a full lock first, just to check how much space you have. So once you do full lock, then you'll be able to position the arm here. So give me a second. Yep. So you'll be able to do this. Let me see how I can get this into a better angle. So you position the arm something like that, and then the knuckle guard will connect. So let me just work on this a little bit more, and I'll come back to you in a second. Yep, I'm back. So you can see that we have done some test fit here. You need to make sure that the knuckle guard doesn't touch the screen. Of course, this is the GV screen, so it's really big. So you need to make sure that you have enough wiggle room. So just slowly work your way around just to make sure that you have enough room. Yep, so it looks okay for me right now. Then of course you need to make sure you have enough room for your brake lever as well. I think that's about it. So you will want to test mount it with just the base of the mirror, so rather than it flopping around while you're trying to do the fitting. So this is actually what you want to do. Alright, now it's installed. So it's gonna take a bit of patience to work around the lock nuts, but it's not anything that's really difficult. Just have some patience, slowly work your way through. Yep, I think that's all for now. So I will be going out for a quick test ride just to see how it works and making sure that all the nuts are tight. So I think it looks okay, looks great. Hopefully it works well. Let's see. So now I'm kind of testing the hand guards, and so far so good. I mean, of course it's not going to be as protective as the neoprene means. You can definitely feel more wind coming in and etc. I have not really tested this at high speeds, so I'm really looking forward to that. But in the meantime, at low speeds, in terms of installation, in terms of maneuverability on the motorcycle, there doesn't seem to be a big issue. One thing's for sure, however, is that I get a lot more freedom, like with all the different buttons, and now with the throttle control, and that's really nice to have this back, so that my hands do not need to grip the throttle so tight. But all in all, I think so far everything seems to be working okay. The nuts doesn't seem to be falling off yet. Everything seems to be okay. So if you would like to know how it looks like on the side, so it looks something like this. So you can see that it just about cover the hands at the top, and at the bottom it's more than enough. What I can tell for sure is that there's a lot more turbulence. So when you're riding, you can feel that this part in front of a hand, there's a lot more turbulence. I'm not so sure how that translates to cold weather protection. I'm also not sure whether this will go away when I'm riding at high speeds. So yes, talking about buying these items, right? So it costs about $20 in 20 USD in Japan. I got it from Amazon, 1-day shipping. So if you would like to know, if you would like to buy this, then let me know. I can share the link with you guys where I bought it from. So it's not that expensive, fairly straightforward. The downside is that there are no installation manual, so you do have to try to figure things out a little bit. So if you're not very comfortable with that, I suggest that you go to a motorcycle shop, because I'm very sure that if you're not comfortable with fixing this, you're not going to be comfortable taking off the mirrors, right? But it is quite straightforward. So you get a couple of screws, you see the number of holes, and then you can kind of quite easily figure out what goes where and how it should come together. But if you have any particular questions about how to install, feel free to drop me a message as well. As to the motivation and why I decided to buy this, previously I was talking about, I'm kind of worried that the handguards, they are going to be difficult to install because the GV screen is so damn big, and it's true, right? So even when I'm installing this, it required a bit of patience just to work things around, making sure that I have enough space between the screen and the handguards. So The main reason why I decided to go for this is because another YouTuber, another Japanese YouTuber, also installed this screen, the GV screen, and I saw that he actually installed this knuckle guards. It seems to be okay. So I thought that why not give it a try, since I'm facing some issues with my hands going numb, holding on to the throttle for too long of a time. And I'm not disappointed right now, so let's see how it goes. Of course, the high-speed test is still going to be key, of course, to test the stability of these knuckle guards, but also the wind protection, the cold weather protection. How does it fare against the neoprene meats, right? Great, so I'm kind of heading off to lunch. If you have any comments and questions, feel free to drop them in the comment box below. Please like and subscribe if you like this content and you would like to learn more about, you know, the NC750X, or, you know, simply just riding motorcycle in Japan. So that's about it, guys. So I'll catch up with you in the next video.